And a good morning to you. It is a Wednesday morning. Yes. Ow, that clap. Hope that was too loud. Wasn't too loud, rather. Good morning. It is a beautiful day outside, a little foggy, but it's a great day to start the middle of the week, right? And today, as we do our Wednesday morning check in, we are going to be talking about confidence. I was looking up articles on confidence and what we can do to become more confident. Do you have an issue with confidence? You got to be looking for stuff like this, right? You want to help build up your level of confidence to where it's beneficial to you. I went on success.com and I found this article, and it says by, and it's all capitals like my first name, YEC, by YEC. And it's called 8 Ways to Be a More Confident Person. I'm going to share the link in our comments so you can check it out for yourself. Be confident to where you go on a Facebook Live and you haven't even cleared your throat. Darn it. All right, here we go. That's how the article starts. 8 ways to be a more confident person. Look at yourself. Who do you see? Superhero, muscles bulging, cape flying, ready to conquer the world? No. If you don't believe you can conquer the world, there's no way you ever will. Sorry, hate to break it to you. You might not be superhuman, but you can control, rather, you can combat the villain of low self esteem. How? We asked, that's what it means. We asked the Young Entrepreneur Council, YEC, what is one way someone can build their self confidence personally and professionally? So we got some answers. Number one, here we go. Here are their suggestions for a boost to your level of confidence. Again, sorry. Number one, strengthen your mind. This is from Dustin Kuchari of Bright Ads Inc. It says self-confidence is a state of mind that can be achieved through intentional action. That's keyword, action. Allotting time to nurture your mind, body, and spirit, preferably 1 hour a day, can be done in a variety of ways. It says, I prefer to read, exercise, and meditate in the morning. If you're not taking time for yourself, then you're allowing someone or something to shape your view of the world. Key phrase right there. If you're not taking time for yourself, then you're allowing someone or something to shape your view of the world. You need to shape your view. You need to meditate. You need to focus. You need to have intentional action on what your vision is, what you want to achieve, what your end game is going to be. Take that action and make it happen. Self-confidence is a state of mind. That's what it says. It says you got to strengthen your mind. That's number one. Number two, this is from Manpreet Singh from Talk Local. Number two, discard the negative thoughts you don't need. We've shared this tip on other check-ins we've had before about the negative thoughts that are cluttering your mind. This one says, a whole new branch of psychology is dedicated to mindfulness, but it boils down to this. Negative thoughts and insecurities pop up like pimples. And like pimples, picking at them, even if you mean to discredit and burst that negative bubble, ultimately makes it worse. So, mindfulness practice teaches you to treat thoughts as tools. Use and strengthen the ones you need, discard the ones you don't. And I know, as guys or anybody who collects tools in a tool shed or in a garage, you'll have a tool there and thinking, maybe I'll just need it at some point in the future. That's not the case with negative thoughts. If you're the thoughts that are occupying your brain and your thoughts and influencing your vision are negative, they're not going to help you in any way in the future. So discard the ones you don't need, strengthen the thoughts you need. Again, number two, discard the negative thoughts you don't need. We're talking about 8 ways to be a more confident person. Number three, this is from Corey Blake from Roundtable Companies. It says, live a lifestyle of personal growth. Putting yourself into courses or professional relationships that force you to grow ensures that you're always expanding, which in turn generates confidence and humility. From therapeutic programs to leadership programs to physical programs, committing to this kind of regular growth and showing up and being fully present are the keys to confidence. So, we're talking about personal development and growth. What are you doing to develop yourself personally? What's your personal growth path? What are you studying or getting involved in for personal development? Live a lifestyle of personal growth. That's number 3. Number 4, this one's from Joel Holland of Video Blocks. It says, oh, this is a good one. Learn about imposter syndrome. This is a good one. Listen up. Many professionals will at some point experience a psychological phenomenon known as imposter syndrome, complete with feelings of inadequacy and a fear that everything accomplished to date has been through sheer luck. It's crazy. You feel that and you're like, how am I here? How did this happen? Who did this for me? To overcome this, learn to internalize accomplishments. Peer groups are a great place to talk it out and build confidence. One, and I've mentioned this before as well, for those of you that haven't seen every single Facebook Live I've done, take a moment, and it worked for me with note cards. This was an exercise we did with our friend Victoria Davenport, who's phenomenal, a phenomenal person. Look her up, Victoria Davenport. And she put us through this exercise where we took some note cards and we started writing out our earliest accomplishments, something we succeeded at, something we did, we completed, an achievement, something gave us a sense of achievement and completion, and we started writing them down. So as you start writing them down, you remember something else you did. It's like when I think back of the things that I've been able to, be the MC for, that I thought it was kind of cool, that I never thought I'd be able to do, and I did. So I started writing stuff like that, or like, passing my, getting through boot camp, or, passing my life insurance license, getting my securities, my investment license, things like that, right? So you write down your achievements so you don't get bogged down by this really false fear and false sense of imposter syndrome. So learn about imposter syndrome, and I'm going to go through it again. Many professionals will at some point experience a psychological phenomenon known as imposter syndrome, complete with feelings of inadequacy and fear that everything accomplished to date has been through sheer luck, and it's not. It's because you worked for it. You became a professional. You studied. You got to where you need to get to, and you got the job done. Don't let imposter syndrome steal your achievements from you. Learn about it. Keep going. We're talking about 8 ways to be a more confident person. Number 5, this is from the Young Entrepreneur Council, YEC. This from Nicole Munoz from Start Ranking Now. Number 5, dress for success. Sorry, I'm just wearing a brown polo today. No matter what level of business you're in, it's important to dress for the client you want rather than the client you have. There's this idea of working from home in PJs. The most successful people get up early and dress like they're off for a day at the office, and it's reflected in their attitude. When you look good, you feel good, and you're more confident too. Yeah, I could just as easily be in a t-shirt and my pajama bottoms or shorts or whatever, but I'm not. I dress up. I mean, this is obviously not when I'm going to go talk to a client. When I do interviews on my Al Guevara Interviews channel, yeah, I put on a dress shirt, maybe a tie, things like that, because that's what I'm portraying. That's the image I'm going for on that channel. But here it's more of a conversational tone that I take when I discuss things like we're talking about today, these articles from success.com, like this one, 8 ways to be a more confident person. Number 5, dress for success. Number 6, this is from Brooke Bergman from Allied Business Network, Inc. Take an improv class. This is something I've never done. Improv classes make you think on your toes in front of an audience. Being on stage helps grow your confidence. Being in front of crowds teaches you how to think and react quickly. All things that translate well to a boardroom or public speaking opportunity. I think I kind of skipped this because I went into public speaking fairly early. So I've been doing public speaking for quite a while now. I've stood in front of 8,000 people on stage at the Laredo Entertainment Center, Sames Auto Arena, what do you want to call it? And I've had opportunities like that before, but if you have not, like my friend Ignacio, who's a teacher, he does improv, and it's really impressive to see. So, number six on 8 ways to be a more confident person is take an improv class. Number seven, Joshua Dorkin from Bigger Pockets Inc. says, produce a high quality personal brand. This is interesting. I believe that a key component to building self confidence is in publicly building one's own brand. This can be done through the creation of high quality content like blog posts, ebooks, podcasts, or video content. Thank you for watching. Even if it doesn't receive much traction initially, ouch, uh, the fact that you have a body of work that you are proud to refer others to can make a big difference in your self confidence. I undertook this particular thing that I do Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. My Facebook Live, call them the check-ins. I started it like in October. I said, I wonder if I can do that, because I did radio for 20 plus years. I wonder if I can go on Facebook Live and talk about something that interests me or something that's beneficial to somebody about motivation, confidence, things like that, overcoming fear, and see what I can do. So I started doing it, and it became commonplace. So now I do it 3 times a week, and I expanded that to my new channel, Al Guevara Interviews, where I'm interviewing people, and I just finished my sixth interview yesterday, fifth that's going to be posted because the first one had to be taken off, issues with dates of an upcoming event, whatnot. But still, I've got a great interview that I'm going to be sharing tomorrow. So I'm building my brand. So number seven is produce a high quality personal brand to help that you can refer others to, and it can help give you a confidence boost. Again, we're talking 8 ways to be a more confident person. Number eight is from Dara Brustein, Network Under 40 / Finance Whiz Kids. Number eight, recognize your value outside of your work. Put that in all caps, bold, neon lights flashing. Recognize your value outside of your work. Your self confidence needs to be rooted in who you are, completely outside of your success in business. So find ways to get connected with yourself and grow. Perhaps volunteer, do pro bono work, which I've done. I love helping people out. Meditate, work out, read, which I do a lot of, hang out with friends, whatever it takes for you to see your value, regardless of how well you're doing professionally. So, again, these tips to help you become a more confident person are just that. They're suggestions, they're just tips, they're things that you can start taking into account, maybe implementing to help boost your confidence, but they're not the be all end all. They could also be something to trigger something else in you that says, you know what? Doing this helps my confidence. Maybe if I do that, will help my confidence. So again, we're going to go over all eight ways to be a more confident person. Article by the Young Entrepreneur Council on success.com. Number one, strengthen your mind. Number two, discard the negative thoughts you don't need. Number three, live a lifestyle of personal growth. Number four, learn about imposter syndrome! Exclamation point. Check that one out. Number five, dress for success. Number six, take an improv class. Number seven, produce a high quality personal brand. I'm seeing people do it here in my community. They're doing a great job at it. It's awesome to see. And number eight, very important, all caps, bold, recognize your value outside of your work. You as a person are valuable. You are not defined by your work. You are not defined by anything. Like when you think of yourself, don't feel that you have to be defined by what other people can get from you or what work you do and things like that. Be confident in yourself and the value that you bring to others just because you're you. Don't forget that. Don't let anybody convince you otherwise, that you're not a valuable person, that you are not, as a person, a valuable resource to anyone you come in contact with. Always remind yourself of that. You're a valuable person and you've got plenty to offer this world. You need to figure out what your place in the world is and start by realizing your value outside of your work. Remember, knowledge is power, imagination is king, and intelligence your weapon. Read a good book today, enrich your mind, and most importantly, take action. Take action to what you want to achieve. Take action towards the goal you have set. You got to set a goal. Otherwise, a goal without action is just that, just a dream. A dream, something that'll never happen. You have to take action. I hope you got something from today. I shared the link to the article on the comment section. Again, it's 8 ways to be a more confident person on success.com from the Young Entrepreneur Council. Some great suggestions and just a springboard to what you can start digging into to help mapping out your path if you are lacking confidence. If you're a person who maybe needs some help in the confidence department, and some of us do, some of us are already beyond that, but hey, we all started in a certain place, right? Doesn't matter where you are. We always need more confidence. If you need to map out the path you're going to take to get more confidence, beginning with realizing your value. Even though it was number 8 on the list, start with knowing your value as a person, and then find that path to getting more confidence to where you're going to become a phenomenal person, which you already are. You just need more people to know about it. So, hope to be back on Friday at 8 a.m. for another little check-in with you. Hope you have a wonderful midweek in the next couple of days. So, until next time, we'll be talking.